Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled People. In today's episode, neighbor's mother wants my husband's parking spot permanently. Old lady told me to shut up. Am I entitled for blowing up over husband's great uncle? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Neighbor's mother wants my husband's parking spot permanently. Our car was stolen in June and then returned to us at the end of July. It's being worked on and my husband has had to tell our neighbor's mother who visits she can no longer park in our parking spot. All well and good until today when I am coming home from some errands. The lady is on our stoop asking for my husband and if there is a way he can extend her parking allowance in our spot. She explains she is moving into the townhouse next to us to help care for her grandkids and she sees that our car is a lost cause. She has said that us losing our car was great so she can park closer to the townhouse and not have to park on the street. What I told her and what my roommate/landlord has told her is thus: the car is being returned and instated in October and you have until then to make arrangements. This woman, who I am assuming has no sense of reality, said the chances of our car ever working is nil and that we should just give her the parking spot. Our townhouses have assigned parking and guest parking spots are adjacent. I told her she has to wait till my husband comes home and talk to him. She literally said she won't talk to him and will just take the spot whenever she wants, regardless if we get our car working or not. Car is currently at my husband's father's being worked on. I know it seems petty, but I am considering calling a tow truck the next time she does this. Update: neighbor who is the son of the woman has gotten involved and sided with us on the matter. He also had told his mother to park in the guest parking spots from now on or do not come here at all. She also lied to me about moving in, big surprise. So far I was given a blessing if she does it again to call a tow truck. We did have someone park in our spot, but he asked if it was okay. He was part of a home inspection because one of our neighbors is selling his townhouse and was only there for 20 minutes. Tow her till she figures it out. Towing, gone. Save the tow company number in your phone, lol. She will get hint the first time that her wish.com attempt at bullying you won't work. Not petty at all. Additionally, put a sign advertising the local tow company in your front window. People like this neighbor will not respond to calm logical reasoning. She just gave you a heads up that she will take the parking spot and you can lump it. You can waste time and energy and breath trying to reason with her, but in the end you'll be at the same point. You'll need to tow her car to get the point across. She's a bully and will bully you if you let her. This must be a tactic that works for her. Tow the car. Be prepared for screaming and yelling on her part. Her son, who rents the townhouse next to us, just told me to tow her ass next time she does. Now he doesn't want her moving in with him or his wife if this is how she treats his neighbors. Absolutely call the tow truck the very first time she does it. And when you leave, set an orange cone in the spot. Nasty note optional, lol. Why are you considering a tow truck? Give her a warning that this is what will happen, then have her towed. You sound nice, OP. You are bothered enough by this situation to write here. Don't be a doormat. I would not let her use it again regardless if you have the car back. Have it towed or she'll never give it up. Get a camera, because I'm getting serious vibes she will tamper with your car when it is back. Then she will say, I was right, it is a lost cause. Old lady told me to shut up. A few years back I'm swimming with my 3-year-old son and we had the pool to ourselves apart from one other lady. The pool is L-shaped, split into the main bit with lanes, and a square bit that was notionally the kids' pool, but only because it's shallower. My son was learning to swim without armbands and so we were in the wide lane, while Mrs. Entitled was swimming in the narrow lane, labeled adults only. After one length of my son swimming a whole length with me encouraging him, she says, "You can't swim here, this is adults only." Bullshit, lady, you're in the adults only bit. Except I can't say that in front of my very eloquent 3-year-old. It's just your lane that's adults only, look there's the sign. My son is learning to swim lengths. And she starts ranting at me about how she pays her membership fees, so do I, funnily enough, and I'm wrong, check the sign, Karen. Basically having a tantrum. Lady, I'm mom to a 3-year-old. I can handle this behavior, and I'm gonna speak to you exactly as I would to my child. Probably in the same tone of voice, because I'm in mummy mode, and my son is listening. I can see you're upset about this, but I'm very sorry, we are allowed to swim here. She rants a bit more, I very calmly gentle parent her, until she eventually sputters and tells me to just shut up, and flounces off. Cue my child who says loudly, "Mummy. She just told you to shut up. That's so rude." I made no effort to speak quietly and said yes it really was, she was cross she couldn't get her own way. But you're right, it's very rude to say that to someone. We then proceeded to swim a good few more lengths and I very vocally and cheerfully encouraged him the whole time. Went to the front desk after to double check I was right, I was. Apparently she'd also been to complain and been told to suck it up. I applaud you, up on my feet. Here, have a cup of tea and a biscuit. I bet your son's comment absolutely burned her inside, ha, sweet innocent justice. Why can't more people go into mommy/daddy mode rather than have to scream and yell? It's so much more satisfying, too. Conrats, mom. Am I entitled for blowing up over husband's great uncle? So my mom 57, I'm of 25 passed away last April rather unexpectedly. I'm upset so please be warned. When my mom died I grieved alone, my husband nor my in-laws could take time off work or so they said. I had to view my mother's body alone because my husband said he couldn't leave his employees in charge of a disinter/reinter. That's just fancy language in the funeral industry for having to redo a service for whatever reason. His employees have since said that they would have gladly taken over so he could have went with me, but he didn't want to leave. My mill mom got sick less than a month after my mom passed and all that was dumped on me. Nobody seemed to remember I was grieving. My mill's uncle, so my husband's great uncle passed away this past weekend. My husband called earlier this morning to tell me he was going to drive an hour home from work and then drive 2+ hours to take his mom to the viewing at 6 p.m. Then get home at God knows what time. I blew up, I told him to get off and leave me alone. Anytime I say anything I get told the situations aren't comparable or it's different. I don't see how, nobody cared about me last year. He only said he wasn't going when I told him fine go but your clothes are in closet you can get them yourself. He's a man baby who can't find something even if it's right in front of his face. I don't think I'm wrong here. Update. Now he's trying to say he's sorry. That he didn't realize that's how I looked at the situation, blah blah blah. He said he offered to go with his mom. WTF. He didn't come home early or even take a day off until my mom had been gone almost a month. You aren't wrong. Your husband can leave work to cater to his mommy when his mother's uncle dies, but not when his own wife's mother died. They certainly are comparable. Not one person in your husband's family care about you, including your husband. If it were me, when he gets back from catering to mommy, all of his shit would on the front lawn and the locks would be changed. He wouldn't be staying in my bed anymore. Actually, I don't find them comparable. His wife's mother is more important than his great uncle. Opie's man-child of a husband is a piece of work. Darling, why are you with this man? He and his family are abhorrent. You deserve so much better. I'm so sorry for your loss. I know how hard it is. Big hugs. Opie, is there a spare/guest bedroom that you can move into? Unfortunately, your husband and ILs have shown you where you stand within their family, outside of it. You need to sit and write down a pros and cons list about your marriage and relationship with ILs. My guess is that the con side is going to be far longer than the pro side. You need to be brutally honest about your relationship with these horrible people. Also, I am so incredibly sorry for your loss. Losing a mom makes us feel like we're little again and is absolutely devastating. And hey, do you have any friends you need to leave this trash fire family? They're not family? If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.